have my own class to go to at 10 o'clock, so I wanted to come in before I go to class and just talk to you. Before I do talk, I have something I can give to somebody who wants it. This is these are 2 tickets for a play tonight. 是一种戏剧，应该是英文的戏剧 and it's about Galileo. Okay? Can you help me with say that in Chinese? 伽利略. Huh? 伽利略. Do you know him? You know him? What did he do? Why was he important? The scientist. Why is he a very important scientist in history? Does anybody know? Okay. Well, before Galileo, everybody in the world believed that the Earth was the center of the universe and the sun went around the Earth, right? Okay? And they thought everything else was going around the Earth. And Galileo changed all that because he was the first person that, as a student, he believed that the sun was the center of our solar system and the Earth was going around it. Okay? And then later on we found out that the sun is not even in the center. The sun is just a very small part of the universe. Anyway, this is these 2 tickets are for tonight. So anybody who raised their hand, if you want it, 如果你要我会送给你，因为本来我要去，可是今天我自己女儿有一个表演，所以我没办法去。它是6点在士林科教馆9楼，6点有2张票，所以这个是一个戏剧团，是我不是非常清楚，好像是国外的，他们都是用英文表演这个 Galileo 的故事，然后有配这本书，然后我也可以送给你，这个蛮简单的，你可以自己先看了解，或是先去看，然后再读这个。如果有人要，你可以举手。
那就他们2个去啊。
他们谁？
没有，因为我们就争抢，因为 Long King 跟他姐姐刚好一对啊。
没关系，我如果
方便的话，方便的话。
谁？你说你们自己的小孩。对。
要给钱吗？
好，不用。
你公我会在看。
Okay, so I just wanted to say congratulations to you. Some of you have been here for a long time. Your class was Head Start class many years ago now 4.5 years ago. Who was here 4.5 years ago when this class started? Who was here? Raise your hand high. Raise your hand high. Don't be shy. Only one person. I can't believe that. That's not right. That's not right.
Who started Head Start with me?
Who was in the beginning? Who was here in the beginning? Raise your hands high.
Because you guys combined. Remember, there was the Head Start at another time. So they were at 11 o'clock. Remember, it used to be 11 o'clock, right? And then you changed to 9 o'clock.
And you changed, right? So some have been here for. Who's been here for 3.5 years? Who's been here for 3.5 years? Okay. So, yeah. I mean, if I tell you now 3.5 years or 4.5 years, that seems like a long time. But I think probably today, when you think about it, does it feel like it's been a long time? Or does it feel like it's gone fast? Okay? I'm guessing your answer is it's gone fast. It goes really fast, right? So, today you're going to stand up and give a speech in English. And in order to give your speech, in order to say the things that you want to say, you have to use all this grammar and all this vocabulary, all different tenses and different kinds of grammar that Arden's taught you in these 3.5 years, 4.5 years. And to do that is not an easy thing. If you think back to the beginning when you were just trying to say, I'm fine, thank you. And you had a hard time closing your mouth to say I'm. You kept saying I fine, or maybe you said thank you. This teacher always corrected you. Okay? And so saying simple things was very, very difficult. So what you need to know is how much you've improved over these 3.5 years, 4.5 years, and the reasons that you improved so much. And we know that you couldn't be here today if you didn't work hard. Okay? You put in a lot of work. Okay? Maybe some of you worked harder than others, but everybody worked hard because over these 3.5 years, 4.5 years, you had to do a lot of writing, a lot of memorizing vocabulary words, a lot of recording, a lot of listening to recording, a lot of reading your textbook, making sentences, practicing with your classmates before and after and during class. And that's all hard work, but you have something very good to show for your hard work now. You have your English now, and as long as you keep practicing English and keep using your English, that will never go away. You always have that. And hopefully you can make it keep getting better and better and better. Okay? And you have several people to thank for that. Okay? Number one and most important is yourself. Okay? Because maybe in the beginning your mom or your dad made you come here, right? Right? When you were 6, did anybody say, I want to go to ACES? I hear they have lots of homework and the teacher speaks really loudly and you have to sit in a cold room for 2 hours and pay attention. Nobody said that, right? Your mom and dad made you come here in the beginning. And so, number one, you should thank your mom and dad because they made you do that. Okay? Probably now, maybe at many times, maybe you weren't happy that they made you come here. But I think today when you see that you can stand in front of a room of people and give a speech in English, you know that they had a good idea. That was a good idea. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. All right? You make sure you tell them that later. I know it's hard sometimes to say thank you to Mom and Dad, okay? But you really need to do that. But like I said, you did the work, okay? Maybe somebody forced you, but you had to do it, okay? So what you learn from that, what you can learn from that is not just English. What you can learn from that is anything you want to do in life, anything you want to be good at. Everybody wants to be good at everything, okay? But to be good takes hard work. It takes hard work, and it doesn't happen fast. If it happened fast, if you only had to work hard for 3 months or work hard for 6 months, everybody would do it. And if we're talking about English, then everybody would speak good English in Taiwan, right? But you know now, it takes work. It takes practicing every day. Practicing every day. And hopefully you will remember that when you try to do other things, not just English. I'm not talking about just English now. I'm talking about everything you want to do in life and having good habits. Okay? Because in the end, when you grow up and we look at you, is this person successful? Does this person have a good job, a good life? Okay? That is all because of the habits you have every day. Okay? And when you're young, like you are now, and you have good habits, you grow up and you have good habits. When you have good habits, that equals what? A good life in the end. Okay? So I think the last person you could thank is your teacher, Arden, who is an excellent teacher and has been with you this whole time. If you've been here, he's been here, because he's been here from the beginning. And it's not easy to find a teacher anywhere that's dedicated, that always puts in the work. Okay? And I know sometimes you think, oh, it's too much homework. But every time you do homework, how many people are here today? Are there 20 people here today? Yeah, 19, 20, and at times there were 30 people here. Every time you do homework, Arden gets that times 19 or times 20 or times 28. And he has to do all that work and correct the mistakes. And he has to look for every little mistake in your books and correct all your mistakes. So make sure you take the time to thank Arden too. Okay? Last thing I want to say is this is the end of your class here with Arden, but it's not the end of English. Okay? The end of English for you will be when you die someday. Hopefully that will be a long, long time from now, maybe 70 or 80 years from now. Okay? Because you might see in some things we write English is for life. English is for life. Have you seen this? Sometimes it has it on our bags or something like that. Okay, what's that word life? That word, English word life has a few meanings, right? What is life? It has at least 3 meanings. Life is what? Tell me one meaning of life. Tell me one. Raise your hands, come on. Tell me one. 生活, good, that's right, 生活. So that's one of the meanings of what this means, is some of you think English is for school, right? And yeah, maybe it helps you in school, but that's not really why you're learning it, okay? You have to learn English at school, but it's really for your 生活, okay? When you get older, okay? When you get older, so that you can not just go to good schools, go to good high school, go to good university, not just that. And not just get a good job, because it will help you get a good job, okay? But it's for your enjoyment of life, okay? When you watch TV, when you listen to music, when you go to movies, okay? And you watch an English movie or listen to an English song, and you enjoy it much, much more than people who don't speak English. When you travel and you can talk with the people in the country you go to, and you can speak English with them no matter where you are. Okay? That's the gift that your mom and dad gave to you. Okay? And you can already do that now. Okay? So what's another meaning of life? Life. Okay? What's another meaning of life? Jason? 人生, okay? Yeah, that's right. 人生. What else? Anything else? 一辈子. Right. So we know when we ask a how long question, we always answer with for. How long is it for? Right? And how long is English for? It's 一辈子. Okay? It's not just these 3.5 years, these 4.5 years. So our hope is that now you understand all the grammar in English. Okay? So if you read a book, if you watch a TV show, if you listen to a song, and you don't understand it, the only reason can be the vocabulary, or maybe some slang. Okay? So that's what you need to practice. You need to read more. You need to listen to more English, and you can listen to English by watching movies, watching TV, and that's fun, okay? If your mom lets you do it, all right? On the weekends, watch an English movie and try really hard to listen, try to understand it. Or if it's in your house, you can change the Chinese subtitles to English subtitles. Turn that on and try to listen and read the English instead of just reading the Chinese, okay? And your English will keep getting better and better and better all of your life until you're very comfortable speaking English, okay? Now, I know some of you will keep studying with Arden after this class finishes. There's one other thing you have is, one other chance you have to keep learning English is by reading. And I have a reading class on Wednesdays. Okay, I don't think anybody here goes to that reading class, but Who's still in elementary school here? Raise your hand if you're still in elementary school. Okay? So if you're in junior high school, you can't come, but if you're in elementary school, you can come at 3 o'clock on Wednesdays. Okay? If you want to come watch next week, just come watch, and you can see what it's like. Because I feel very strongly that reading is the best thing for you now. Now that you know all this grammar, you don't have to worry about the grammar too much. You can see how we really use English and how we put all the grammar together to tell a story or to read a story or to understand something new. So that's a chance for you, but you also have other chances in the future. There'll be an advanced class, Jingshoban, for you to come to, and we encourage you to do that. But most importantly is you keep studying English in some way. And study doesn't always mean you're in a class. Maybe you're studying English is listening to English music and learning the lyrics of the song. Yeah, but you have to keep doing it. Okay? So, congratulations today. Hope you do well in your speeches the rest of the day, and good luck in the future. Hope to see you soon. Okay. Goodbye.